If there's anything I've concluded in the last 3+ years of insanity, it's that those in charge want you fat, lazy, stupid, so you can be dependent on them. Well, let me unpack that. First off, they want you fat. That's absolutely true. We live in a culture now that promotes obesity. It promotes gluttony. It promotes you being your best self, which could be 500-600 pounds. And if anybody says anything, well, they're bad. They're not good people because they're fat shaming you. And apparently being obese is healthy. That's, if it weren't, would they not come out? Would the government and the doctors and the public health officials be saying, no, folks, a BMI of 50 is not a healthy thing. But apparently it is because, well, let's unpack who it's beneficial for. Well, it's beneficial for Big Pharma because Big Pharma gets to sell you drugs over and over, diabetes drugs, this drug, that drug, to help you keep it in check, the blood pressure, whatever else is causing additional pressure because of your obesity. It's good for doctors because you have periodic visits complaining about this and that. I'm always amazed at someone who complains about sore knees or a sore back and they weigh 400 pounds. Maybe if you weren't part elephant, that could relieve that pressure. You wouldn't have that pain. It's just logical. And again, the reality is that the public health officials, they're always complaining about how our health system is overtaxed, overburdened, and everything else. Would not one of the most common sense things to do, which is to encourage people to lose weight and get healthy, help take certainly a lot of stress off that said medical system? Well, of course it would. That's logical. But if that were to happen, you wouldn't be dependent on all those different arms, and all those different people would not have an opportunity to make money off you. But my big question is, what's your responsibility in that? If you're one of those people that's 400 or 500 pounds, why are you expecting these folks to solve your problem? That's not what they're there for. They're there for their own selfish motivation. Next, we come on to the fact that those in charge want you lazy. Well, why would they want you lazy? Well, simple. If you're financially self-sufficient, you don't need them. You kick them in the ass and you say, hey, your stuff I don't need. I don't need more of your programs. And the only way your programs are there is by taxing the shit out of me. And that's how those programs exist. So I don't need you. I don't need to be lazy. We wouldn't encourage people to sit at home and collect checks. Now, I get it. There's people who are genuinely, let's say, have a disability, have something that precludes them from being able to physically work. Totally get it. And I'm a big compassionate individual in those circumstances. Yes, we should have a social safety net. But if you're just simply lazy, or you're encouraged to be lazy, you're encouraged to sit at home and do nothing, well, who does that benefit? Again, it benefits those people that are controlling you, because essentially they get to live off you and reap the benefits off any little bit that you do. And they have other people who now have to pay for your lifestyle, which then causes division. And that division works well because you say, hey, the government cares about me, while these rich people who are living very well don't care about me. So I'm voting for the guy who is gonna care about me. So ultimately it keeps them in power, which enriches them. All right, stupid. Well, that's an easy one. They don't want to give you all the information. Anything that they deem as misinformation is usually things that you should know something about. And they don't want you to be cognizant of that. Remaining stupid allows them to maintain control, because guess what? They get to shape your worldview. They get to shape your narrative. All right, so we've concluded that that happens. And we know that when all three of those things happen in combination, you become dependent on guess who? Big brother, big government, big pharma, whatever. Pick your poison. It's all the same. But my question for those of you who are fall into any of these categories is, why are you submitting to them? Why do you give these clowns your power? I mean, I get that's in their job description. That's what they want to do. They want to rule and run your life. But why do you willingly give that up to these folks? Do you honestly expect that there's someone out there who should care more about your life than you? I don't think so. I haven't met saints walking the earth who have a greater love for you than you should have for yourself. I mean, I'm a believer of God. I believe Jesus Christ, and I know God loves me, and he obviously has created me to be be my best self and do all of those things, and he empowers me to go forth. And other than him, I don't believe there's human beings on earth who would care enough about me as much as he does. So if that's the case, and I believe genuinely most, actually all of us, are deep down evil to some degree, we're narcissists, we're selfish, yeah, there's varying degrees of it. But because of that, because of our fallen nature, because of who and what we are, why should anyone else give two shits about you more than you should? You are the one ultimately responsible. So if you fall into any of those three categories, fat, lazy, stupid, get out of them, man. It's time. Let's say start slow, start a little bit. You can start working out. You can start watching your diet. You can do all of those things. You can do that so you are not controlled by these people. You are lazy. Hey, there's myriad of job opportunities out there. There's opportunities to retrain yourself, do whatever. There is nothing greater than the self-esteem that comes from earning your way and paying your way forward. Last but not least, if you're stupid, hey, there's so much information out there you can glean. Be open-minded to learning something else other than, let's say, being on TikTok or Instagram or just mindlessly numbing yourself repeatedly. Anyway, I know it sounds like a bit of a rant, bit of a diatribe, but you know what? It's what's needed, folks. We are living in an age where we're coddling people's uselessness. We are promoting uselessness. We are giving people misinformation. We're lying to them. Or actually, I'm not lying to them, but I know there's lots of people who are telling them, hey, none of these things matter. You are good just the way you are. In fact, you are a man and you can give birth. That's right. We've got all kinds of misinformation and disinformation being spread. It's time, folks, if you're one of those people listening, seize your life for yourself. No one else is going to do it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Please post any comments you have in the comment section. You can also follow me in my Rumble and my Locals account. You can also find me on Twitter at Camera612, and I will see you next time.